The Philly area has so much to offer. I want to help you uncover the hidden and sometimes not so hidden gems. Welcome to Kennett Square, the mushroom capital of the world. Half of America's mushrooms are grown in the Kennett Square area. Over 1 million pounds of mushrooms are produced every day. This has been the way of things for over 100 years in and around Kennett Square. But something else is happening. The town has a thriving food scene, fueled by great cafes, restaurants, festivals, and home to the market at Liberty Place, a 10,000 square foot indoor marketplace with a mix of merchants selling prepared food. Today I'm visiting the market, and I want to introduce you to Tim Courtney and his shop, PATS Provisions. PATS Provisions is focused on finding the best local ingredients and turning them into amazing dishes. Tim, thanks for having me in.
Pleasure.
Tell me about PATS Provisions. What is PATS Provisions?
PATS Provisions is as you can see, it's a vendor. I'm one of 8 vendors in the market at Liberty Place, right in the middle of Kennett Square. We do breakfast and lunch. Menu is focused on sandwiches, but we do in-house. We do juices, soups, salads, basically all the essential eats. Our breakfast ranges from eggs to bagels, baked goods. We do all our baking in-house, fresh croissants every day, cookies, muffins, scones.
Nice.
Local coffees, local kombucha.
What do you want PATS Provisions to be for this place in the community, for yourself?
One of the ways we started developing the lunch menu was to make it accessible to ourselves to be able to offer that all day long. So we offer our breakfast menu all day long. We also offer our lunch menu all day long. So on days where it may be raining or it's going to get cold and wet and you don't want to make that walk down the hill in the middle of the day, you can plan ahead and you can pick up your sandwich at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Pick up the salad, boxed up, ready to go first thing in the morning. So I really wanted to create a place for Kennett Square to just kind of grab and go. It's very, very casual. We have certainly a lot of people that choose to come in here and stay here and linger here with their laptops and do their work. It's a great sunny space to just kind of focus in and get things done. But I would say the majority of our customers, they're just looking for a hot cup of coffee and egg sandwich and get back on the road.
Tim is obsessed with finding the best regional ingredients, combining them into unique takes on comfort food, and giving the community a chance to taste what the area has to offer. PATS isn't just about locally sourced food. It's about using those ingredients and elevating what to expect from a soup, a salad, or a sandwich.
This is our cold brew nitrogen coffee. Comes from Twin Valley Coffee, which is out in Elverson near Morgantown on the Turnpike. The whole company, top to bottom, husband, wife, and their son. They literally work right off the property. They have a detached garage off their home that they converted into a roasting room. They roast their own beans. They make cold brew, which is they take those beans, they steep them, almost like making a sun tea. It's not a hot brew. They just steep the coffee grounds in water in the refrigerator for 18 to 24 hours. That makes a cold brew coffee. They then keg it under the pressure of nitrogen, lowers the pH, completely changes the coffee. So that is straight black coffee. And if you were to let that kind of sit, it would actually settle and set up like a pint of Guinness would. Nice. Nitrogen works with coffee the same way it works with wine, the same way it works with beer. Creates a much smoother taste. Unlike CO2, nitrogen doesn't really mix with liquid. The gas kind of sits right on top. Keeps all the aromas in. It's just a full, fresh flavor. From the first cup that I pour to the very last cup out of this keg, it's as fresh gets. One day they called me up and they said, that spot in the front? And I said, it's going to be available. And that was it. It was done deal. At that point, we didn't have a name, didn't have a menu, didn't have a concept, business plan, but I was like, that's where I want to go.
So no name, no business concept before you signed?
I would say, at best, a rough idea of what it was that I wanted.
It's a big risk. The name, PATS Provisions.
Pat, Patricia, it's my mom. Mary was my grandma.
Okay.
And sort of the matriarchs of my life and family. So this is the, I've opened other restaurants before, but this is the first one I've done entirely on my own. So start to finish, like completely from scratch. Opening up Mary PATS Provisions was when I got to go around to all the local markets and meet other vendors and see what they're doing and how, what their obsession is. Whereas mine is just food. I've just been obsessed with food. This product here, this is kombucha, which is a fermented black tea. She's a classically trained chef, Russian-born. Started playing around with her grandmother's recipes, her baba, and she developed Baba's Brew. She started at the Artisans Exchange in Westchester. Now she's got a whole bottling facility out in Phoenixville. It's amazing stuff. This is Tallyho Coffee. This is our hot coffee vendor. He's based out of Westchester. He does have ties to the Kennett community. There's Red Forks across the street. I tasted literally dozens of coffees before I decided on what I wanted to sell here. This is far and away my favorite coffee. We start thinking about dishes and trying to tweak them down into a sandwich. Like for example, on our menu right now we have French onion panini. It is essentially a French onion soup without the soup. We caramelize the onions, we add fresh garlic, fresh thyme, we braise it down with red wine, we put it between 2 pieces of rye bread and true butter. We then sprinkle cheese and some Parmesan cheese and some Gruyere and grill it. So you get the toasty cheese on the outside, you get the melty cheese on the inside, of course the onions. It's everything you find in a French onion soup without the bread. Part of my niche is being a farm-to-table chef. You want to put a label on it. It's basically what a lot of my work has been. I think just comes from being raised in this area. My backyard was owned by 2 different farmers who grew all kinds of different crops, so I was just kind of around it my whole life, and I just appreciate where our food comes from, and for good reason. This area has such a rich history of agriculture. We've been doing it a very, very long time. We're very, very good at it, and just geographically, this area of the world grows amazing food. I would put the Brandywine and Delaware River Valley up against the Hudson River Valley or the Napa or Poe or Loire, but the tag of the marketplace itself is there's something for everyone. So, especially during lunchtime, we see a lot of the local offices empty out. They come down here for lunch. You can come down here with a large group any size. You can find room to sit together, but you're not all looking at the same menu. If you're in the mood for a burger, we got that. If you're in the mood for pizza or tacos or roasted meat sandwiches, we got it all. So there's definitely something for everybody. The way this kind of communal dining, it's new. It's the fastest growing sector of the food business. It allows chefs like me to just come in and open up shop and really have an immediate revenue stream. We don't have to wait 3 months for business to pick up. I open up my doors and everyone knew Mary PATS was coming April 10th, and April 10th we opened up, and that was it. Had a line across the market, and it was ready or not, you're busy.
What Tim is doing at Mary PATS Provisions is pretty exceptional, and it's the type of businesses our communities desperately need more of. We need businesses where we know the owner, where the owner knows their customers, where people and their businesses are connected to each other in a more personal way. Our neighborhoods were stronger when we were all in it together. Tim believes in what the area has to offer. He believes in the farmers and artisans that make up our region. And Mary PATS Provisions is proof positive that those values can create something great. So skip Dunkin' Donuts, skip the McMuffin, and skip Panera Bread, and support a small business owner that wants to create something delicious for his neighbors. Get to Mary PATS Provisions.